Live from Studio 2A in PIX Plaza, you're watching the PIX 11 Morning News with Sukanya Krishnan and Corey Chambers.
Time now is 7:34. Another woman is making really a groundbreaking move within the NFL organization. Buffalo Bills made history on Wednesday when they named former Jets administrative assistant Kathryn Smith as their new assistant coach. There she is.
Yeah, there's a look at that. She's former Jet. She's with Bill Parcells. It's all fantastic, actually. You know, she's the first ever assistant female coach. What could be in store for her, really, to talk about this, the historic move by the Bills, is sports psychologist Dr. Leah Lagos, and from FanDuel, Brandon, Marion Lee. Thank you both for being here. So I have to ask you guys, just off the top, the fact that, A, she's a woman, the fact that she comes from the Jets, and now she's going to work for Parcells. I mean, this is interesting.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think we're all really excited. Anyone who loves football is just jammed. I mean,
I'm sorry, Rex Ryan. Why did I say Bill Parcells?
Oh, no.
Oh, that was another year. I'm still in another decade.
Well, you know, I mean...
Rex Ryan, excuse me.
Maybe he'll reach out to her. I was going with it.
Go with it. Correct me. It's fine. Go ahead. So, I mean, what does this mean for football and women in the league?
She has an opportunity, Suki, to pave the way for other women to be appointed into coaching positions. There's certainly been an integration. We've seen more and more females at places like the Combine entering football, so this is really the next step.
Yeah. Now, Brendan, here's what I'm curious about, right? Because the position is a special teams quality control coach. Okay, I don't think a lot of people necessarily know what that person does. So how big of a deal is that job?
It's actually a really big deal and a great position for her. The first quality control coach was actually under Mike Holmgren when he was an offensive coordinator for the San Francisco 49ers in 1990.
Okay.
The first quality control coach, John Gruden. You might have heard of him.
Wow.
So this is not some throwaway position.
But what is the job exactly? What are you doing?
It's a lot of watching tape, analytics. You know, this is something that was developed because now we're talking about next-gen stats. Everyone's doing kind of funky things. Right now, Kansas City is going to have 2 offensive coordinators instead of 1. The Cleveland Browns are getting rid of their GM in general.
Wow.
People are changing the way that they're running the football team behind the scenes, and this is just another step. So it's actually a cool position, and it definitely is gender neutral. So I don't know. This is actually the perfect way to get a woman involved on a coaching staff.
And the co-owner of the Bills is also a woman as well, so that's also groundbreaking in that. And in terms of stats, just curious about this, how does it fit? Where are women in the NFL today?
Well,
that's a tough one, right?
Yeah, it's a tough one. I mean, I think that they're definitely getting more and more involved, but it's mostly front office things. But there are, you know, 6 different teams that have different women in the front office that are key roles, and they keep moving up the ranks because I think everything is digital now. Everything is about, you know, the gameplay and the offensive, you know, schemes and what have you. And again, totally a gender-neutral thing to be able to look and evaluate.
You know, Dr. Lagos, it's interesting because when I first heard the story, I first thought about my daughter, right? She's not even 5 months old yet. I'm thinking about the world that she's going to grow up in and that these little girls that are growing up in. I mean, well, you know, as a psychologist, I'm curious, what do you think this says? What does this tell the little girls everywhere?
Tells little girls that they can do anything a man can do. And this will be very interesting for Kathryn Smith, learning to gain the trust of men that are used to being coached by men. And I don't see this as being a long-term issue. As she's able to guide them towards success, they will learn to trust her.
Well, also, females had a different perspective when it comes to coaching as well. Just sex, you know, just being different sexes, how you approach things, how you tackle things. Yeah. I think that could be a new approach for people as well, don't you think?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, there are lots of things, that nuances to this, making women groundbreaking moves that are happening here. I think this is all just part of what we're seeing in 2016 and continue to. Go ahead.
And we've seen females enter the locker room as reporters, and that's become more normalized, and the guys have become more accustomed to it. So it's time for the next step.
I remember when I walked into a locker room, you would have thought it was the parting of the seas or something. They were like, you need to go sit over there. I was like, why do I need to sit over there? I mean, there's no reason. I mean, you know, and that was a whole process in changing the mindset of getting over that hurdle. So this is also going to be a process of getting over hurdles.
Brandon, I'm curious, do you think in our lifetimes we're going to see a female head coach in the NFL or no?
Yeah, especially now that we're going next-gen stats. I think that the way that everything is moving, this is all an analytical thing. You know, I'm someone who works in fantasy football. Again, totally gender neutral. It's spreadsheets. You know, you don't need to be a man or to have ever played to have done that. Now, obviously, players have a certain mentality that is important to the game, and that will never go away. But when it comes to actual scheming, that's, you know, I think that's going to be up for debate pretty soon here.
All right. By the way, our TD, Billy Corsaro just asked you because he is a big online football person, so that's what he lives for. So he loses a lot, but he said he was just one away. I was just one away, Suki. I was always just one away. Thank you so much, Dr. Lagos and Brandon, Mary, and Lee. I just like saying your name, Dr. Lagos and Brandon, Mary, and Lee. Two women who are also groundbreakers themselves.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.